So with the new nade changes to the game, obviously it means you can grenade smokes, right? So I've been thinking about some spots where it'll be useful, at least according to sort of CSGO knowledge, right? The first one that came to mind was obviously the CT spawn smoke. Now with the new smoke, actually, it looks like one smoke will cover it all, but also this makes a prime opportunity, right, to test out the nades. So if you nade into the smoke here, all of a sudden you can see towards A, right, when you can catch a CT rotating. So if you did maybe two smokes, one on the left here and one CT spawn, you could nade this smoke and peek. Or alternatively, you could nade the other smoke, right, and peek this one instead. I don't think that you need two smokes now to smoke this off. Another one, a common one, it will be the mid doors here that we saw in the trailer. I'm not sure whether people will throw this smoke anymore. I mean, it looks kind of the same as CSGO, but you know, maybe there's an opportunity for nading this smoke still, so the CTs can peek catwalk and Xbox and stuff like this. But it actually looks a little worse than the CSGO one. You can actually see over it anyway, so maybe not. Obviously the long cross smoke, right? If you have two smokes there, the CTs or the Ts, I think we've actually seen this in a couple of FPL games where they've actually naded the smokes here, and you can obviously catch them crossing. The same way for the Ts, right? You could have a teammate throw a nade and a flash, or just a nade, right? And then you can just run through the smoke like this. I think these will be like the common areas. I haven't really looked at sort of the old smokes, right, with the executes across catwalk or the lurk smokes and stuff. I don't think there'll be that much use on B. You know, obviously anywhere on the map is going to be strong, just to nade it and check behind a smoke. But I think these will be the most common ones here around the choke points of map control. So starting off with some simple smokes here for Dust 2. I don't think the engine's changed that much, so I think a lot of, if not all the lineups from CSGO will still work. So let's try them out. Oh. So that new grunting noise means that you've completed a good jump through. As you can see, this is the same smoke for Xbox, so it looks the same. A little different with the new smokes, but you know, the lineup's the same. The lurk smokes here on catwalk, I did play around with. So there's this common one here. Now, I don't know if people will still use it, because you can't actually one-way the smoke anymore, right? It's just a big smoke. However, it may still be useful, right? Look how big that smoke is. It's ridiculous. CT spawn smoke is the same. Come here and aim. If you come here in lower and you aim above this little thing here, you can smoke on the left side. So now you have like a little pathway that you can cross. You can actually see towards the window. Again, I'm not sure if it's a one-way, but it looks pretty good. Look how much that smoke covers. I know the lurk smokes are a bit different, just of how the grenades bloom. Obviously, you can throw lurk smokes from the tunnel, right? So they're a little bit different in that sense. You can't really like one-way them or anything. They seem to just bloom. So I don't know whether they'll be that strong anymore, but there could be some new lineups, right, that make it bloom in a certain way. So the long corner smoke is the same as CSGO. Come here, aim here, jump through. As you can see, it landed on the corner. So quite a common tactic when Dust 2 was still being played was this sort of fast B explosion, where you have a teammate running down catwalk with an Xbox smoke, right? And they would run like this, a jump through a smoke that bounces off this building. Now the idea was that it would land towards the doors, right? As you can see, the smoke still works. Maybe it's even a bit better with the volumetric stuff, but look how much that blooms, right? So like these sort of tactics and like innovative strats will still work. It's just that sometimes the new smoke mechanic might mean that you have to change the lineup or think of using the smoke in a different way. So one last smoke for you guys is the old B door smoke. Now what you want to do is line up between these pins on the box. Just aim up from this corner. Fairly simple. You aim up from here and it should land towards the door here. Yeah, perfect. It's not that great, to be honest, with the new smoke bloom, but you know, it still works. I think it gives them a bit too much cover here behind the smoke. They could really like one-way it or catch you off guard, right? But you know, the smoke still works. So when it comes to flashes, I don't think much has changed. They've obviously changed the effect of a flash, so you can't hear anything. But in terms of lineups, I'm pretty sure they're all the same. So if you come lower, for example, there's this old lower flash that blinds anyone on catwalk. So you line up here with the sign, aim here on the wall, and it pops just above here. So anyone that's boosted or aggressive on short, gonna be blind. Same way for CTs taking long. This was probably the most common flash on the map, where you have a teammate standing here. As you run long, you flash, they're running, it lands above you, right? So if the T's rush long, you can just peek and shoot them. A flash for short that a lot of people used to do is your lower player would help your teammates take short by standing against this pillar and aiming at this corner of the building here, and you jump through. the flash flies around the corner right to here, right? So any AWP or rifler in a setup is going to be blind. So there's a cool new option on CS2, this one here, attach silencer on M4A1S and USPS. Obviously in every Counter-Strike there's always been right click or secondary fire to remove the silencer, but they're now giving you the option, either have it on or off, so that you don't fat finger the mouse, and while you're in the middle of a fight you start pulling up a silencer, which I think is a really cool change, a very simple one as well. I really like the change. In CS2 right now, there seems to be no skyboxes, or very, very few. So as an example, I'm in T-spawn, right? I'm just going to launch a smoke over this building, and it'll land backside B. So obviously this smoke's not that useful, but obviously this is where a lot of people can be more creative now that this is possible, right? Because in CSGO, you threw a smoke towards this building and just bounced back right at you, right? So there could be some opportunity for some new strategies, some new tactics, you name it, someone's going to find it. I think that's really cool. There's an element of it where it could be a bit too overpowered. So maybe you'll see Valve sort of come in and implement some skyboxes to block certain areas of the map off. But for now, it's a really cool feature of the game.